501. Got Jimmy
What's
here.
going on, everybody?
What's up, Jimmy? We
What's going on?
we didn't go quite 3 weeks this time, so we're back on
No,
kind of
no.
a semi schedule. So I think it was 10 days, 11 days, something like that. So springtime, busiest time of the year. We've had quite a few tournaments. A lot of stuff going on. I think a lot of people have sports: soccer, softball, t-ball, baseball. Um, so we're
Oh,
back.
hey. There's already a few people on here, but one in particular that we haven't seen in a little while. Rogelio.
So Rogelio, I need to message you because we got something coming up that's going to interest you um, at the house. So
Where'd you go?
well, that didn't work out. All that rap fell. That was loud. Um, so Arkansas got some big news, man. We always talk about football, but the Cowboys ain't done nothing in free agency. So I mean, we're expecting like I saw CD's going to hold out, so we shouldn't even talk about the Cowboys. Let's talk about Arkansas Razorback basketball. Coach Cal coming, pretty cool. I wish he was about 5 years younger, probably, but a
10.
65-year-old Cal is probably better than 80-85% of the coaches, and we know we're going to get some studs. Like we're going to have some
well,
dogs
we
on the
better
court.
get
I
something because
saw like
we have zero players on the team right now. So
goose egg, goose egg. So there's
yeah,
not a player on the roster, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. But it's
yeah.
kind of cool,
I heard that at least 3 of his guys are coming with him.
Yeah. Oh, I could see probably more than that. Oh, he's going to have some players here. I
Yeah,
think of his 16 years, I think he's had a top 5 recruiting class, like 12 to 16 or something. I mean, it was a
he's
crazy
had
number. So
in the last 14 years. He's had 8 number 1 draft classes and 6 number 2 draft classes.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's going to be some
I
talent up there.
mean,
You know,
it's
talent that we're not used to watching. I mean, we've had some good players
yeah.
over the years, and I did see another stat too today that he's had like 5 offenses inside the top. I don't know 50. Muss only had 1 in the last 6 seasons in the top 50. So or something, So like we've never really been an offensive team. We've been more of a grinded out defensive team. So it's gonna be kind of cool, man. It's gonna be cool to see some dogs up there. But on the cornhole, I mean, we had to get our little sport fix in. But I mean, exciting week um for Arkansas in general, man. Total Eclipse.
Yeah.
Did you sit outside and watch it yesterday? Well, I seen the picture, so I know
Yeah.
you did. What'd you think about it?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was really neat how it. I mean, 1 second you have light, and then it just like somebody turned the lights off. So that
Did
was
your
pretty
street
cool. I
light?
mean, it just happened so
Your street
fast.
light? Did your street lights come on?
Yes.
Crickets start going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there in the middle of the day, and it got cool outside. We were sitting outside, and it got cool. But
Yeah. Yeah. We were playing cornhole whenever right before it got to the total eclipse. So
well, that's good. Good to know you're practicing. We'll start off with the quads tournament on 3. I think it was 329, 328, 329, something like that. We ran in quads. We did a completely blind draw, no SPR, no PPR. I mean, it was straight we did your rankings off of SPR. So we took, I think a lot of people probably didn't understand, so they didn't show up. I mean, we still had 56 players or something like that.
yeah.
I think it was 56 players. Still good night. But we took the top, out of 56, we took the top 14. SPR, the second 14, third 14, and then the fourth. And then we just completely. So there's an A column, B column, C column, and D column. And we took one player out of each group, random draw. it was kind of fun. I mean, I think the teams were pretty even. I really thought I don't remember who I was on the team. I think it was Jeff, Toby, Adam, and I can't remember who else. But I mean, I thought on paper they probably had the best team as far as winning, but they weren't even in the top three. So um, first place was Brandon, JC Bills, Jackie K, and John, who's in Hawaii right now. So looks like he's enjoying himself in.
Right.
Second place, DK Phil, Lewis, and Tammy, who is also in Hawaii with John. And then third place was Brad, Sam, Brody Platt, and Sheriff Ballou. Real fun tournament. I feel like we're going to do it again. And I think Brandon made a good point to say that, like, I think he commented today, he's like, no one was on their phone looking at PPR, looking at SBR. They weren't looking down at their phone. Everybody was having fun, laughing, drinking beer, and that's what cornhole's about. Um, it's kind of hard coming up with all these different formats to appease everyone and make it interesting and keep it fresh. I really thought that was a good format. Love to do it again. It's just when we say pre-register, like you have to pre-register, and I think you have to pre-register multiples of 4. So I think what I'm going to do is just maybe cap it at. I try to cap it at 64, and then when we get 4 more, add them in. We get 4 more, add them in. Like
Yeah.
you just have a walk up that night. So that's you got to have multiples of 4. So very very crucial next time we do that to pre-register, get a spot. But so Brennan, JC, Jackie, John, DK, Phil, Lewis, Tammy, Brad, Sam, Brody, and Baloo had a lot of fun that night. And Regulator on the post also said he saw more sportsmanship that night. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were rooting people on and cheering people on, and it was just a fun night.
Well, it's a good time, and when you take SPR and PPR out of it, it kind of relaxes everybody, and which Regulator, he was on my team, and everybody's just kind of encouraging, even the teams you're playing against, so it was a good time.
No, I enjoyed it. We'll do it again soon, maybe after state. Low note number 71, Anthony Kirkin goes first, Brad and Daniel F second, and then 350 Matt Penn and Jordan K got third. Oh. Before we go any farther, question. Is it question of the show? It can't be question of the day. Question of the show. 501 Flashback Trivia. Whatever you want to call it. For a free entry Friday night, and I have to explain this question because it's kind of confusing. 501 has hosted 1,480 tournaments. Okay. So we're going to do a little math. Of those 1,480 tournaments, how many players have played in those 1,480 tournaments total? Not like how many people are in 501, like the total amount of entries for those tournaments. The number I'm looking for is more than 500. I'm just letting you know. So 1,480 tournaments, 501 is hosted. How many total players, not different players, how many total entries in this tournament or in these tournaments? And I'm going to give you within 100. If you get within 100 on the answer, you'll get a free entry Friday night. The person closest to this number.
Yeah.
And there's probably a few people that have I know if you have the access to 501 to go look it up, I'm not going to give you a free entry. So don't do that. So anyway, that's the question. 418 tournaments. How many total entry fees have played? So, I mean, it's a decent number. So Hard Rider number 87. It's hard to believe they're pushing 100 tournaments. We might need to do something special for their 100 tournament.
Yeah.
Hard Rider number 87, which actually we probably had about 120 there, 130. AP and Bustle got first place. I know we probably had. I mean, we had two a night on them for a while. AP and
Yeah.
Bustle got first. Fred Metcalf and Sean P got second, and then Bobby Snow and Cedric got third. Let's see Cedric come out this Friday night. I know he ain't doing that. Bobby said third, Fred and Sean P second, AP and Bustle first. Mount, Mountain Crew did a switch. Bud and Kenny got first. Chris and Griller got second. I think that's Chris Labiak. And then Chris Seaman and Kalante got third. So Mountain Crew switch. I was talking about Arkansas basketball, and I didn't bring up BMFP, which I think is more polarizing than Coach Cal, in my opinion. But that's a different story. All right, ACO singles last Tuesday night. I wrote BMFP on my sheet. That's why I come to it. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know who BMFP is, but he's a man. ACO singles last Tuesday night. Brandon Lacewell first. Brett Eisenhower, who I was very proud of, got second. I can dish it out on him, and I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. He played really well last Tuesday night, so good job. And then Nick Sample got third. And did you see what I did to Nick the other day? I didn't mean to. Um, he
Oh
always
yeah, I
gives me a
saw
hard
it.
time.
The middle finger.
I don't post it. I don't post the podiums, as quickly as I should. I have a life outside cornhole. I know y'all probably don't believe that, but I do. Like I don't sit around and it's not cornhole 24/7. When I'm at home. But I put the middle finger emoji on his name, which I mean kind of fits sometimes, Nick. But I didn't mean to do that. I fat fingered it, but anyway, I told him, I texted him,
Hmm.
I said, man, I didn't mean to do that, but I might start doing that to some people now. So it was kind of a cool. Uh, I never thought about doing that. ACL doubles, Brandon and Lisa Hill, Rusty and Brad got second, and then DK and Zach Hill got third. Uh, man, we had some competitive games and doubles. Man, it was tough. It was a tough night throwing. BB number 22. We did an upper lower. First place, Brad and BP4. Good to see Brad Penn throwing. Um, I still think Bray better than Brad. Bray needs to be over here throwing with us. Ron and Zach Hill got second, and then Taddy and Mershon got third. Mershon's been throwing too. Taddy's on his little tear
Hey,
too. Taddy's been throwing really well. We
yeah.
got
Hey, let
guesses.
me. Yeah. Well, we've got one guess, and it's Anthony Kirk. And let me just explain this, everybody that's listening. Anthony guessed 1,001. Well, there's been 1,480 tournaments. So that
Yeah.
means we had 479 tournaments where there was no people in them. It's the
Total
total.
entries
Like,
for the
look at it
tournament.
like this. Yeah, look at it like this, guys. If we have one tournament on a Friday night and 60 people show up, well, there's 60. The next Friday night we have a tournament and 60 more people show up. That's 120. So, I mean, think of it like that. It's 1,001. Go ahead and be a little higher.
There's some
I
people
mean, we've
adding on
had
the like
1,480 tournaments.
how many total
So,
entries in those 1,480 tournaments have played for a free entry. So I need to
yeah.
get the question of the night scrolling across the bottom, but I ain't figured that
Yeah.
out yet. All right, BB Lower got Lewis and Cali Girl, um, John and Cornuts, Haley and Jumpman. They come back last Wednesday night. They took a few months off playing. Freddie's son and why
We got
AP and
another
Snack Cake
guess.
got third, huh?
We got two more guesses. Jordan Kirk guessed 15,347. Jamie Smith guessed, oh my gosh, I'm so my age, 56,800. Had to take off my glasses to be able to see it.
Well, you're about 56,800 years old. BB
Yeah.
Lower, Lewis and Cali Girl, John and Cornuts, and then AB and Snack Cake. It's kind of funny that Snack Cakes is on here before you are.
Is it funny?
Yeah, I don't see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't see you.
I
Maybe
think
I
I've,
need to
I
take my
think
glasses off and I can see
I
you
think
on
I've
there.
only played in like 2 or 3 tournaments in the past 2.5 weeks.
Oh. Anyway, switch number 156. This is last Friday night. Big Perm, man. Big Perm. So everybody, well,
Mhm.
uh, Beth's not here. Beth ain't played. But your best friend, your BFF for life, Big Perm and Ghost won a tournament. You know,
Yeah.
not Jimmy. Bobby, Snow, and Sheriff Ballou got second. I actually watched that game. That was a pretty good game, man. Big Perm had to battle them off, didn't he? And then Adam Skinner and James Gotsey, man. OG James come out and played, man. It was kind of cool that
Yeah.
I talked to Frankie Saturday night too, and I said, Frank, James, come while you come. So hopefully get those guys back there. I think James had a good time. He won a board and he was so
Well,
happy. He's like, I don't
he
even want
was
my entry
so
back.
he was skipping down through there.
Dude, he
Yeah,
come
he
over
was
and threw
skipping
his
around there.
$15 back down. Like he threw his payout back. And I said, no, dude, you keep this. He said, no, I just want this board. Like he was so happy. So um,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
You know what's what's funny is because Brody hadn't seen James in years. Uh, Brody come walking over there and he said, "Yeah, we just got put out by Adam Skinner and I'm sorry,
it was Adam.
Skinner.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
Adam
Adam.
Skinner.
Okay, and he said that old dude over there with the crazy hair. He said, I don't know who he is. I think he's a new guy. I said, well, dude, he's not a new guy. He been throwing bags a long time. A long
Hey,
time. So
bulldog it. Mary, you said that bulldog it. Corn
yeah,
bags used
yeah,
to just
bulldogging.
lock up. Like the corn bags would lock
Yeah.
up. Like you couldn't get on a nice humid night, at 11 o'clock at
Oh,
night, them corn bags would not move at all. And James
they
would
would
just
they would stick harder than a slide, right?
dude, James would barrel through it, and he always used to say bulldog it, bulldog. But anyway, glad to have James back. When I talked to
So
Frankie
so
Saturday night, man,
Jordan's now guessed 75,000. Rusty Eisenhower has guessed 49,000. We're still
I
not
was
even close.
I was talking to Frankie. Frankie called me Saturday night, and I was telling him about James being there, and he's like, "Well, next time we do something in the backyard, let me know." And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the show because a lot of a lot of y'all ain't invited, so it's kind of cool that y'all not invited. And I said, you know what? We're going to do an OG, like our backyard crew that used to have backyard. We're going to have a night on the deck, so I think that'd be fun. And I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring some corn bags out, but I ain't got none. I mean, well, yeah, we do. We do have some corn bags.
We can get some.
But
I bet Travis Ramsey still has some.
man, as long as he don't bring them fast ass Dallas Cowboy boards he had, we're all right. Anyway, BYLP
Hey,
number
I'll
64.
pull
Anyway,
mine off the wall.
don't do that. Leave them there. Leave them there. BYLP number 6. Anyway, it's good to have James back. That was the whole. We got offline there, but BYLP number 64. Double L's Lisa and Lee got first. Um, Nick and Hunter got second. I really thought Nick and Hunter was going to get the fourth place trophy, and they didn't get it. And then Brad and Rusty got third. So good BYLP, a lot of competitive games. Um, we were done with our 4 game round robin in an hour and 20 minutes. So I mean, we went through 4 games, and I've got to be there for the switch anyway. I've got to stay. So I was like, let's add 2 more games.
Right.
Let's do 30, 40 minutes. Let's do 6 games.
Yeah.
Well, those
Yeah.
next 2 games took an hour and 40 minutes compared to the 4 games taking an hour and 20 minutes. So I guess that tells you the level of competition because the games took longer, but I'll never do
Well,
it again.
you gotta figure too that people are getting warmed up.
I guess, but not two. No, I mean, not 2 games for an hour and 40 minutes. I mean, that's a little ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
you can run a whole 4 game round robin in an hour and 40 minutes, less than 2 hours. anyway, Lisa and Lee Chambers, Nick and Hunter, Brad and Rusty. So
Yeah, we lost to Lisa
also
and Lee
Friday night.
twice.
Um,
Twice.
Also Friday night they had Jess's birthday party at Mountain Crew. Kenny and Blake T got first. Bud and Jess got second. Like Bud didn't rig that one up. And then Chris Seaman and Joe P got third. Joe D or Joe P? Sorry if I got the initial wrong with my chicken scratch. It's either Joe P or Joe D. Um, anyway, Joe got third with Chris. So that was Friday night. Sophia's benefit, Lone Oak Saturday night. Good turnout. Pretty sure everybody going there and helping that family out. Bruce did some badass trophy boards for him. Shout out to Trent. It was all Trent's idea. Um, uh, Appreciate you doing that for him. First place, Taddy and Jimmy. Second place, Regulator and Sean C. My dude, I ain't seen him in forever. And then 350 and Bo. Bo called me Saturday night, and I was doing. I think I was in the pool cleaning it out. I forgot to call
He
him.
called me too. He called me too, and I was busy.
I meant to call him back, and I just totally forgot. I think we were trying to get everything out of the pool. So I need to call Bo back. But Taddy, Jimmy, Regulator, Sean C, and then 350 and Bo A got third. Hard Rider last night. Also a big crowd. I think they had 30 plus players last night. It looked like Scotty had a pretty good day out playing golf and bags and grilling. So I bet he was. I bet Ty went on last night if I was a betting man.
Oh yeah,
Bad Brad and
you know it.
Chappie got first. Fred G and Jordan K got second, and then Josh Wilson and Bobby got
Yeah, Josh
third.
Wilson.
I didn't know he went last night. So Josh and Bobby got third. I got Josh, but I don't have the. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
who Josh is
Wilson.
we got. So.
So Jamie Smith has
Um,
guessed. Jamie Smith guessed 143,000. Nick Sample guessed. Good Lord, 678,000.
um, okay, guys, think about this. 1,480 tournaments. Okay, 1,480 tournaments. I mean, think what's your average tournament?
Well,
Which we've had some big
what
tournaments,
people
we've had
have to
some small tournaments.
always, what people have to take into consideration too is, when Scoreholio came about, we had already been playing for a couple of years. But even at that point, we were still sometimes only getting 10, 12 people.
Yeah, but we've had 100 and I mean,
So,
our biggest tournament was what 113 or 114 people. So I mean,
yeah.
um, it is what it is. Um, Next thing I kind of want to talk about, I can't read my writing, man. I gotta start writing. I gotta start writing better. Um, ACO State is in 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly 18 days,
Yeah.
19 days, something like that, 16 days, whatever, 17 days. It's a few weeks away. We're going to be doing a big blind draw that Friday night in Conway. We're going to have a food truck. Um, that next morning on Saturdays, we're going to do senior doubles, women's doubles. Then we're going to do seniors, juniors. We're going to try to get it all. We're going to do everything. We're going to do every division except quads. We're not going to go till 3 in the morning this year doing quads. So I mean, we're just going to just roll with it. We play quads enough around 501 that I mean, we'll be all right. I mean, you don't win a jersey by playing it. You don't win a trophy board. So I mean, it is what it is. So we just stick to what we're good at. Need everybody pre-register. If you're interested or know anybody, your company wants to do a lane sponsorship or a board sponsorship, please get with me. I would love to play on 16 new boards. We've sold a couple so far. Um, would love to get some more. I mean, I know we're not going to sell 16 of them, but would love to have some new boards. Love to put some new people on boards and new people playing. And if you got any friends, like I feel like we need to build the switch side up a little bit, the blind draw side. If you have any friends out there, just tell them to come play. Try it out one night. Play the switch. Well, in
Yep.
Cabot, we typically do the total points, or if they want to start out a hard ride or low note, I mean, totally understandable. Get somebody out, man. We're also going to be doing Strawberry Fest. I'm really excited about that. I think I've always wanted to do Strawberry Fest, and something always comes up that weekend where I don't know what it is. I think last year was state or strawberries come in at different times, so I don't think their weekends are the same every year. Um, we're going to do a switch and a BYLP at Strawberry Fest. We're going to be in the pavilion downtown, um, right there behind the police station. So, I mean, we're going to get traffic. I mean, we're going to get a lot of eyes on this that day. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Um, really excited about Strawberry Fest. Trophy boards for the Switch, trophy boards for the BYLP. And it's an outside tournament. I love outside tournaments. The dynamic of the wind and just I don't know. It's just the inconsistencies of the outside is just I love it. You have to adjust to wind and temperature changes, and I love playing outside. Um, I wish we could do the
Yeah.
state tournament outside, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's about all I have. Any other guesses? Any other questions?
Jamie said that there's only been about 3 quads tournaments in 2 years.
Well, no, we did one at state. I mean, there's been more quads than that, but I mean, we just don't have time to do it at state. I mean, if we
Well,
could
we
run
do
an
it.
all day
We do it.
Saturday,
Yeah. Yeah.
if we could go
We do
all
it
day
at
Saturday and
every.
all day Sunday, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
the
we do it
people
at
that's traveling,
every 501 Slider Cup. We do it there.
yeah. And we've had 6 Slider Cups, so I mean, and I know we've ran quads a couple times with
Well, there's
the twist where you do a max SPR so people can't load teams up. But I feel like if we do quads again, it's going to be the straight blind draw. I mean, I feel like that's the only, from this point moving forward, that's the only way to do
They
it.
made it fair.
And maybe we need to do some
Yeah.
blind draws that way, like a big blind draw one night where we draw names, draw a chip draw with no SPR and no PPR. It's a little more work on us putting it in, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Um, last time we've had 1,480 tournaments. How many total entries for those tournaments um, have we had for a free entry Friday night? And all you have to do is be within 100. So um, the number's not as large as y'all are putting it. I mean,
No.
y'all kind of got out there a little bit. I mean, Nick, I wish
Right.
we'd
So,
had 678,000 people.
right. Lindsay just asked, when is the Strawberry Fest tournament?
It's May 4th. It's the weekend after state. So it's going to be the Saturday. And Friday night, I don't know if we'll roll Friday night to VFW or not. I ain't decided. Thought about maybe doing Friday night down there, but I think it's going to be crazy. Where we're going to play is going to be kind of a main walkway through a parking lot through the carnival. So I think we're just going to have to look. I mean, there's a walkway through that pavilion. So I mean, we're going to have to run our boards, on the sides. When there's plenty of room, plenty of parking. Going to be a good time, man. I think they're going to have a live band all day, so um, pretty excited about it. Any other questions?
Well, we got a couple more guesses. Jamie with another guess of 94,000, and Cedric with 9,600, and neither one of those are correct.
Way off. Way off. I mean, I can't really give no clues. The question of the day, I totally forgot about it.
Give them
What?
a range.
Yeah, okay. It's between 10,000 and 40,000.
Yes, that's good. Yeah,
It's between 10,000 and 40,000 players. But I mean, the show's fixing to end, so you know what? No one's gonna get a free entry. So I'm sure I'm surprised no one's went through all the tournaments and like, I mean, who probably has that down? I could Brandon probably could hit it, within 50.
Yeah.
He probably
Hey,
already knows.
Crystal just said no parking.
No parking.
Jordan just said 27,382. Jamie said 28,960. Bud said 27,420. It's getting closer.
There is no parking because they're gonna
Yeah.
have that. So yeah, you'll have to park probably
Wait.
on the other side of the tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to park somewhere. Maybe the church right there. That little park across the church. But anyway, any other got anything else, Jimmy?
Brian 28,579. Jamie 18,700. Jordan 29,640. No.
No. Anyway,
34,800. Jamie and Jordan are just going back and forth with guesses.
they're just trying to get it. Yeah, we're gonna cut it off. All right, the answer is 23,611 players.
Yeah.
23,611 players. Did anybody get within 100?
No.
No.
You could go with the closest, though.
Who's the closest? I don't care. I mean, we have no one's guessed like since we started doing this. So who's the closest gets a free entry? We'll do that. No one. I mean, maybe my questions are too hard. My original question is going to be how many sets of cornhole boards do I have at the house? Because I forgot about the question of the day. So I was like, my question, like, if anybody can guess how many boards in the next 30 seconds I have in my house, you get a free entry to. How many sets of cornhole boards are in my possession at my house? I mean, there's two sets in my room right here. So there's probably sets you don't even know about, Jimmy.
Yeah,
But
probably. Yeah. I know you got the ones. Well, you got the two Eric Church sets.
that's the one I didn't think you knew.
How would I not
Oh
know
yeah.
that?
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, you're old. I don't know what you remember. Anyway, may all your beer stay cold and all your bags going to hold. We'll see you tomorrow night, BB. Friday night, Cabot got a BYP and a switch. Tomorrow night, we have Upper Lower. Saturday night, Lone Oak. Monday night, Hard Riders. Come see us, man. We'll see you out. Let's throw some bags. Later, Jimmy.